We don't stop anxiety by trying to stop it. We stop anxiety by understanding the problem behind it. Anxiety is our internal alarm. It's God's design for letting us know something's off kilter, something's not right. So it begins to signal the alarm, to pay attention, to have us to look at what we're doing and why we're feeling anxious at the moment, you see. But what most people do, they don't understand their anxiety. They manage it. And if they default to managing it, then that's a lifetime of just a reactive response to a problem, because anxiety is the symptom to a problem, or that points to a problem. And if we manage it, we're just in a reactive mode forever. And really, it even makes us more anxious because we're like, we know we can manage it, but we're ready to manage it, which then steals our joy. Some people even try to think happy thoughts, or go to a peaceful place, or just think, I'm just not going to think about it. But it doesn't work. That may work for a while, because in your mind you just, you're focused on, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But then we default back to responding to the anxiety again. Okay, so what I want to do, and I'm going to have several videos on it, but I'm going to quickly give you an example of my own life, something that happened years ago when I would be on my way to pick up my girls when they were in kindergarten, first, second grade. If I ran into a situation where I got stuck in traffic or something, I would begin to panic. And at the time when they were that age, I did a lot of contract work throughout Dallas, and so there was always a possibility of traffic that I would get stuck in. Okay, so one time in particular, I just had a full-blown panic attack. I thought I was dying. I can't even really give you words other than I thought I was dying, that I could not get there and get to them. And so what I did was I talked to a couple of other counselors, and I asked the Lord, what is going on? Well, what he revealed to me was when I was 3, I woke up in the middle of the night when a babysitter was watching us. The babysitter had left. Crazy, I know. But I can remember, so as myself and my younger brother, I can remember looking out the window and seeing the condensation on the window. I had little PJs on, and I would just watch every car, that would drive by, waiting, is that my parents? Is that my parents? Well, okay, so that gets buried over life and time. And now we come forward all these years, 27 years later, 30 years later, and I am panicking if I'm late to get my children. Well, it would be easy to think that I would panic about being on time, or anxious about driving through traffic, you see, but that's not the issue. Once I corrected and understood that my panic came from my own fear that I identified in my children, thinking they might be fearful if I wasn't there on time. So once I understood it, then I, not that I didn't care if I was late or anything, but I understood to where I didn't get so anxious and upset. Does that make sense? Okay, so I'm going to give you more examples, but that's just one. So give me some questions. Think about this. Pray about this. Ask specific questions about some of your anxiety for the next video that I could use. But most of all, understand it's God's design for our internal alarm to point to a problem. Anxiety is not the problem. Talk to you later.